All right. All right. What is this video about? This is a video about connecting with other people. We're gonna go talk to some peeps, see how they feel about connecting with strangers, and what other people think about strangers and if they should connect with them. Is it that crazy to want to talk to strangers? Have an honest conversation? I don't know. Doesn't matter what I think, matters what the people think.
Do you know what the Seattle Freeze is?
Yes. I mean, I don't know the exact definition. I mean, people aren't so friendly. It's hard to make friends. Those are two different things. People aren't so friendly. It's hard to make friends. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
In other cities, if I'm stopped at a stop sign or a red light, I'll be like, hey, what's up? And people say, hi, what's up? And here they're like, why are you talking to me?
Do you guys have any thoughts and opinions on the Seattle Freeze? Maybe why you think it exists, like why it's actually a thing?
That was just the way Seattle's been for decades. Why?
Yeah.
We were the small town that you turned the lights off when you left Seattle. We were 3,000 miles from any other big city for the most part. So nobody really.
But like the head down, I don't want to make eye contact.
Yeah, because this is where you could be that way without having people judge you. Like that was just, this is what Seattle was, right? Like it was an area where there was no other big city around. We weren't mainstream. There was no fashion designers, no nightlife. It was alternative indie culture.
Walking down the street, you know, just differences between people. You know, say here versus there.
Oh, I mean, the hospitality is definitely different. We have what we call Southern hospitality back home.
Why do you think it exists?
I think there's so many transplants here that people are just like kind of lost and don't know how to connect.
You heard that term?
I know what it is. I know what it is. It exists. I moved here from Minnesota like 3 years ago.
And it totally.
Yeah, like
yep,
Minnesota nice is a thing in Minnesota. Talk to people at the bus stop, like you just strike up conversation.
Why do you think it exists here?
A lot of transplants, a lot of people that just don't know each other.
You know, and I see a lot of people, and everybody they all just seem so open. I don't know if it's because it's a green state.
Who knows?
Sometimes I'm just like, you guys are too nice. What's going on? You know?
The big city crowd mentality.
Yeah.
Why do you think it exists? Honestly.
Because even though there's a lot of people here, there's a lot of isolation.
Do you feel it's like this in Seattle at all, or?
Well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, kind of. Feels normal to me to not make eye contact and kind of ignore everyone else.
How come?
There are other people doing other things.
So, I mean, let's just be honest, there's a lot of people wanting handouts and stuff like that from time to time.
Sometimes I'll want to talk to a stranger, but I'm like, they don't want to talk to me. You know, there's sort of an initial censorship. A little bit of a guard up. Yeah. Well, sometimes I don't want to talk
guard
to
up.
them.
Okay.
I think it's a density factor. Like when you're on a bus or you're on the subway and you have like this much personal space.
Yeah.
You know, you're creating an atmosphere by not making eye contact of a semblance of privacy in this like really compact space. And so I think in an urban environment you have a lot of people around you, you have a lot of traffic. Whereas if you're out in, say, the mountains.
Hiking is a great example.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you know,
Get to the city.
Is it far up ahead? And they're like, oh yeah, it's super close, like no big deal.
You know, I don't really mind. I'm a very introverted, reserved person.
Sure.
All evidence right now to the contrary. I like being anonymous in a crowd.
You'd be amazed. There's a lot of people that I say hi to now that I wouldn't even glance at when I first got down here. You know, it just takes time.
Time of day?
Yeah,
where it's at?
Sure. And you know, if you're with a mom and her baby, and some guy like me is walking by, she's not going to make eye contact. And that's purely, I think, out of like
for safety
reasons.
issues. Yeah, totally.
If I'm like walking by with my family, I see another family, especially if I live in like Finney Ridge, just up the way over there. And if I saw another family, I'd be kind of bummed if they kind of pulled I think it just depends maybe what neighborhood you're in too.
Ballard used to be very much a Norwegian area. It still is. They're very stoic. You know, they're very standoffish until they get to know you real well.
So you think there's kind of like an ancestry that's been left, or like a tradition almost of just that's how the people can interact.
Stoicism, yeah. I think the Seattle Freeze mostly shows itself beyond the initial engagement. Like Seattleites will be friendly to you, like, hey, how you doing? You know, good to meet you, where you're from, all that. But then when it gets to the point of, hey, do you want to maybe go have some coffee or hang, hang out.
The Seattle goodbye. We should totally hang out.
Right. You know, it was very nice meeting you.
Totally
Right.
hang out.
I guess I just accept it for what it is.
Do you wish it was different?
I do wish that more people here were more open and more willing to make long-term friends.
When you mention fear, I think that's a huge component of it. I think people are scared of being vulnerable, you know, in a new space. So I think making genuine human interaction is tough for a lot of people. But it's scary, you know? You don't want to be denied that. You don't want to say hello to somebody and then be ostracized because you're too friendly. You don't want to give the wrong impression.
What do you think they're missing?
I think they're missing the depth of humanity.
Can you mimic the absolute weirdest face you've gotten when you've given somebody a smile?
Well, then there's this one too. Oh, maybe. I mean, when the stakes are low, it's not bad.
High five is quick, easy, but there is like a little bit of a negative to a high five because it's just like there's not like a chance, you know, afterwards.
There's no
it's like, well, I'd be really weird if I were to be like, hey, you know what?
Right.
That was really cool of us to high five. You know, do you want to exchange information?
Wow, that was incredible.
Off of that high five, I think I can assume some great things about you.
No, I don't think that's a good way to necessarily initiate an interaction, but I think